Hey guys, hey, it's Bob over at Bob's Cycle Barn. Hey, we dug out something today out of the Connex. It's an old Husaberg. I believe it's a 2000 or 2001 501E, which I think means enduro in their language. I used to have a headlight on it. We'll walk around in just a minute and take a look at it. But anyway, this is one of my old bikes, and a little bit about Husaberg. They were they were the offshoot of Husky. When Husky moved out of Sweden, the engineers that were still there developed this motorcycle, and were producing it, and eventually, and that's probably the 90s, and then around late 90s or 2000, somewhere in there, KTM bought them. This is a Husaberg engine in this model. It has the intake up under the tank, kind of like the new Yamahas and that sort of thing. But other than that, everything else is pretty much the same. You can see there's a lot of space back here where the shock used to be. This bike was, I raced this thing in both hare scrambles, did a little motocrossing with it and stuff like that. But the most fun day I ever had with it was I put street tires on it, just regular old street, not slicks, but street, and rode a, hang on a second, I gotta let my dog out. And I rode a super motor race with it and had a blast. And I also rode the same day another guy's supermoto bike that was specifically set up with supermoto with 17-inch wheels and all that other stuff. Of course, I did better on that bike, but both of the bikes I didn't disappoint myself. I finished okay in the race. I wasn't last, okay, but I'm an old guy too, okay. And there were a lot of guys there then. This is when supermoto craze was going on. This was down at VIR. There were a lot of guys there were flat track guys. You know, flat track was dying and stuff like that. So a lot of those kinds of guys there doing ex-flat trackers or looking for something else to do besides flat track and that sort of thing. So like I said, I didn't embarrass myself too much, and I had a blast. I really did. I had a really good time. A little bit more about the Husaberg. Like I said, it's a 2000 or 2001, I believe. It had electric start, kind of ahead of its time a little bit. 501 engine. This was one built by KTM, so it has KTM forks, 43 millimeter forks, I believe. KTM White Power or WP shock on it and forks. The hubs, as far as the wheels are concerned, the hubs are KTM. They've been making the same hubs since the early 90s. So, but it was a little bit different, like the swing arm attached in the back, but it was, it pivoted a little bit. And because they had dual exhaust out of the head that ended up back here, you know, where the can is. And a couple other things, if you notice here, when I did that supermoto race, I had to wire the oil filler plug. I had to wire that so it couldn't turn or couldn't come loose accidentally. Another thing, and I don't remember too much about this, but this was also, you could also put a Kickstarter on it. I don't think this came with a Kickstarter, but somebody, maybe me, plugged it with a cork from a wine bottle. Okay. So anyway, it was a fun motorcycle. What happened though, this bike, the valves and stuff, 4-stroke of course, the valves and stuff were lubricated by oil from the timing chain. In other words, the timing chain carried oil up to the top end and splashed it around, and hopefully it got into the cam journals and cams and stuff like that. That was not, at that time, that wasn't an old technique or anything like that, but 4-stroke bikes have been using that technique for years and years and years. And when KTM developed their own 4-stroke engine, I'm not sure about the LC4 engine, which was about the same time. I said that was a really good engine, LC4 engine, but then they came out with the RFS engine, which that thing was a bulletproof motor. But it has a lot of oil joints or oil spray joints in strategic places, and that do a really good job of keeping everything lubricated. Also, that engine, that RFS engine, has four filters in it. It has 2 regular filters and then 2 screen filters. So it did a wonderful job as far as filtrating the oil and keeping debris and stuff from getting in the engine, that sort of thing. Those are really good engines if you ever have one of them. A little on the heavy side. Of course, as they developed the 4-stroke engines, they got lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter. This little thing you see back here, that's a cup. And for the race Supermoto, you had to have a catch can that would catch any oil or gas from the engine or the carburetor. So I just rigged up a little can there just to pass inspection and stuff like that. They never said anything. And then this other thing, this is my homemade guard here, heat guard, because you did ride a little bit further back, or at least I did when I was really getting on it. So anyway, it was just a little heat guard to keep from burning myself with the boots or that sort of thing. All in all, it was a great little motorcycle. I'm getting ready to dig out a couple more motorcycles here, and I'll be doing little videos on that. So stay tuned for that stuff. Hey guys, thanks for watching, and if you like the videos, how about subscribing, and so I can build my subscriber base and give you more of this good, cool stuff I have. Talk to you later.